Okay, hi friends. As per usual, Kayla just kind of jumps right into the session. So I wanted to give a bit of a preamble. Oh my God! How did you get here? I'm joking, you guys. That's my cat. Okay. That was, I found that. This is off to a really good start. So, if this is the first video that you're watching, maybe go watch a different one first. But this is a free energy adjustment. I am an energy channel, so I have a energetics team where higher dimensional beings basically jump into my hands. I act as a conduit for, and they basically direct and move my hands for us to do whatever work is most needed for the collective that will be watching this. What you need to do is not much. You just kind of got to sit back, relax, and set the intention to receive the work that's being done. It is, if you're able to actually try to focus your intention, try to actually connect into my energy, that should allow you to be able to feel the work being done. Now, again, if this is your first time, it's an interesting way to channel energy and a little strange, make a lot of weird sounds. I'm not gonna make excuses for who I am anymore, okay? So if you would like to receive the work, please proceed and watch further. There's one other thing I was gonna say. Oh, basically, thank you so much in advance for being patient with Kayla as she, I think we all know it's a bit of a challenge how much she talks sometimes. So thank you in advance for being patient with her externalizing her inner dialogue, okay? All right. Without further ado, we're gonna have a good day. Oh my honey, gonna cry today. I love looking at flames. Oof, whoa. When I tune in to figure out or to connect in on what this session will be for, they're showing me transformation, a symbology for transformation. And it's peeling back all the different layers of ourselves that we've created that aren't authentic to us, or in my case, a lot of the time I feel like I put up these little masks, which I like, and I feel are a part of who I am as Kayla, as a person, but they are there to hide other aspects of me that I'm not as comfortable with sharing, right? The vulnerable sides of me, the fact that I'm very sensitive, but historically I've been ew. And what it is, it's reclaiming your authenticity. It's pulling back all the different program layers of yourself until all that's remaining is enough space for you to completely embody your higher self, your highest self, right? Because that's happening in this lifetime here on earth right now. That's what we are all stepping into and moving into. And I have done that for a couple of my friends. I've done sessions where we literally pull their higher selves in. I've gone through, I had to ask my friend who can communicate really clearly. I was shedding on the ground like a freak, and I was what is happening? Dude, I'm dying. I'm gonna die. And I did a session with her. They said you're in the process of pulling yourself in. And what it's such an interesting transformational process, because it's even if we've shed enough stuff and we've trained our bodies to hold enough light, all that is our highest self, because that's what it is, right? It's a high enough frequency that we have to be able to hold. You still have to actively make the choice to embody your higher self, every day. And so what I wanted to start with, it feels my point being, that's what this session will be for. It's like, it feels like it's just surrendering completely to the transformation. This really is like an individualized process, so please DM me to book a one-on-one session where we can basically, your spirit team will work with my energetics team to, like, we'll assess what's most needed. There might be like, okay, we got to do some clearing out here, specifically in this chakra. Okay, then we have to work to unify all of your chakras so that like you have to be moving from a unified field. You can't be like split and separate, which is how the old design of our energetic body was designed to be. We're moving out of that, like, as you move up in your light body. Okay, there's so much information coming. I'm just gonna take a beat. If you feel so inclined to, if this sounds like something that you feel like you want to move into or work through, you feel attracted to it in any way, reach out to me so we could do a one-on-one session that is geared specifically to you as opposed to a collective. But for right now, to my knowledge, I'm just having my energetics team do some work with us. Let's tune in now and let's see what type of energy work they want to bring forward. Oh, go ahead and choose to connect into my energy and receive the work that they're doing. I feel like I really should. And now would be a good time for you to put on some music. If you want to put on music, they're just doing warm-up stuff. Maybe I should start putting music to these because, you know, they're just me in silence talking. Also, go ahead and drop into your heart space. Just focus all of your energy into your heart space. That's really the best way to connect and sort of set your intention for what you're connecting with. Just opening up your heart space. All right, so right now they're stretching out our crown chakra. First they anchored us in just with like they opened up our space with a really high frequency light and anchored that in, and now they're starting by opening up our crown chakra and like expanding its capacity. Also, in watching back that video of that session I had, when I asked like what it is that I'm doing energy wise, like energy work wise, they said I am moving into like, the word they used was like light body repairs and activations, which seems super accurate to me. That's why my name is Light Body by Kayla. Like, I love learning about the light body. I love the light body. All right. I'm going to go ahead and try to tune into what they're doing, since a lot of the messages they send are physically through the movements I'm doing. Let's try to pay attention, guys, and let's play a fun game. If you're watching whilst you're receiving this work and you see, like, oh, I wonder if that's that, please comment and let me know what you see. If you think you know what work they might be doing. It's a fun game. Timothy? Sorry, everyone, we have to pause. Right now it feels like they're moved into the third eye and they're just like stretching this out and like sort of expanding the capacity in here as well. Timmy, you have. I don't know if this will work, but guys, can we send an angel to be in charge of Timmy? Someone looking for an assignment? Because let's assign her to Timmy. I feel like I've mentioned this a few times. It doesn't seem like anyone's come, so. But maybe while we're in the middle of a session, they will. So that move that they've done a couple of times now, basically the work they're doing right now, they're working on, of course I love more specifics, but the verbiage they're using and the imagery they're showing me is like removing the mask. So they're working on removing layers of ourselves that aren't actually us, which is what it felt like with that throat chakra. They moved something and cleared something in our throat chakra and sent it up into light. I have a crazy story about me and masks. I think the first time I meditated, I should tell that story. Oof. Now they're raising our baseline frequency. I think. Could you confirm that for me? Okay, they're basically just like wrapping cords of light in a bunch of different areas. What's the purpose of this? Okay, finally. So, now they're like still removing the mask, but also like cutting off dead weight. They're showing me like Rapunzel with all of her long hair, and it's like too heavy for her, and they're cutting it off. And so they're just saying like, just getting rid of just really easy, extra dead weight of energy that we don't need, and like moving it. Feels like they're almost anchoring in so that they'll be able to pull it all, whatever they got up. Okay, yeah, now they're showing me I'm holding like one of those little things in the olden days where you just have to hold it like this, but then there are like 6 barrels attached to it. Feels like they've attached to just a bunch of things, and now we're about to just like lift it up. Oof. So we can get all of them out at once, and then it really is like I can feel my hand go into sorry, they just removed a lot of okay. The reason why they're lifting it up is because there's like wait a second. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Hi. Because what just came through my mind is, because they showed me the dead weight thing cutting off, but then it almost felt like that was a representation of raising our frequency up. They like anchored into each of our different chakras, And then they were like, okay, 1, 2, 3, lift. So let's see if I can get confirmation on which was it, because those are two very different things. So for the communication for stuff like that, that's why Hermes is here. Otherwise known as Mercury, planet of communication. I'm a Gemini sun. When they put my hands like this, I just looked this mudra up too, because did I talk about mudras in this video? I don't know. But mudras is how they first started communicating with me, because I was like, what is this? And they were just putting my hands and stuff. Anyway, I looked up the prayer hands, and prayer hands are like a sign of respect for yourself and for your, okay. It feels like that's a greeting, because I brought up Hermes, Mercury, and because I tried to work through it. It feels like they were just saying, like, sign of respect, like a greeting, hello. What do they do? Okay, very activating the solar plexus now. That song's funny. Hold it tight. I will protect you from gonna run you. You'll be here, don't you cry. Okay, everyone stop to dance. Sorry, we're just dancing to a party. You'll be mine, and you'll be mine. No matter what they put. Alright, so there's a connection here between heart and solar plexus. So let's figure out, but it felt like, oosh, 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 calm, shh, oosh, oosh. Okay, they're showing me like this. I like to consider this area. It's like wild woman meets inner child, because right when you are embodying your inner child, you are sort of like wild and free. You don't have these 3D reality expectations and conditioning placed on you yet. And so it feels like, of course, we'll do energy work to help this, but energy work is like only step one always, guys. Like, you have to make conscious efforts to anchor in and like integrate the work that we do. And so we'll do work for it, but it feels like what they want is for you to, like, they want you to play, and they want you to access that play through your heart and like go down here. Pull out that inner child through creative expression, through play. Right now there's a disconnect not allowing us to do that, so let's work on that disconnect. Okay, so this connects in with the throat as well. It's like by clearing out the muck that is the connection between those two, then it can come out and be expressed via the throat. So it's like really soothing. It almost feels like water energy we're working with that's sort of clearing out the systems. They're actually showing me. It's like what they're doing right now is like an elephant. What does it do? It like shoots water out of its trunk, and that's like it's like shooting that to clear everything out, kind of. But it's with like a very loving touch of it. Okay, it's starting to feel a lot better in my solar plexus right now. Somehow all that was just connected, or as you begin to tap more into your childlike self, or like your wild woman, or whichever archetype you seem, they seem to like sort of be connected to the same types of blocks or wounds or whatever. It feels like they're saying, and the work we just did energetically, and the more you tap into that and do that, it's like from your crown chakra is flowers are like blooming and sprouting out of my head right now. So through tapping into this childlike flame more, your wild woman more, your gifts or your connection to the divine, however you want to look at it, will begin to flourish. They will more easily be able to like come online. They're showing me like on an Egyptian hieroglyphics a wall, but someone proposing down on one knee. Why are you showing me that? Oh. And in so doing that, like, more offers will come in that are aligned with your higher self. Okay, they're saying anchor back into your heart space. Okay. They're showing some, like, inner demons, right, that exist in our heart space here that they want to do some work around. It feels like they're saying like there's some wounding around being ridiculed for being sensitive. Yeah, it feels like just being like laughed at and ridiculed and like reprimanded for being sensitive. Which we know now as adults is a beautiful gift as opposed to a hindrance of any kind. It might be a challenge in this society, but it is a beautiful gift. And okay, it was like after being like ridiculed or like shamed so many times for being sensitive, it shifted into a sort of, I mean, several different things. Some people chose to put up a mask or a shield and change who they were to the outside world, make themselves not look like they're super sensitive. For some people, it seemed to cause some just like a melancholy, like monotonous sort of depressy type demeanor to live within you. Whatever. The point being, it caused, by being like ridiculed and shamed for being who you were, for being sensitive, for being, you know, a cute little caring, loving creature, which I'm sure all of you were. It causes to put up these layers, right? Shields. In order to protect ourselves, which we are so grateful for. Thank you, subconscious and little selves, for putting those shields up. But it's okay to let them down now, guys. All right. So let's do some work to peel those off. This is another one of those things where it'd be really good to do some somatics. Somatics for me has been one of the like biggest ways that I've been able to actually tap back into the softer parts of me, that I really had like shields around and had like a bunch of masks around and stuff. So we'll do some energy work for it, but again, like take time every day for yourself to, anytime you notice one of those masks or shields like reflecting or enacting to the outside world, like take a second to sit with yourself and just be like, hey, well, wait, what's going on? So it feels like they're about to pull some stuff out, and it's also feeling like this sits in the heart and in the throat. Yeah, just generally it caused just sort of like a mask of like it's giving like Scorpio dark energy, which I have 3 Scorpio placements. Okay, we love it. It's giving like that though, as like what you want to be showing to the outside world, as opposed to just letting your sensitive freak flag fly. You know what I mean? What's that like Harry Potter spin-off, the Beast thing? In one of them, or magical, whatever. In one of them, there's this thing that comes out of everyone, or not everyone. It's like back in the day before like magical folk were separated from the non-magic folk, and this is, they're in the US. They so they're not called muggles. They call them like, I don't know, something else. Basically what I'm trying to get at is when magic people would suppress their magic, it would cause this dark thing to like escape and go roam free and like do catastrophic destructive things. Like when you suppress your magic, it causes the darkness to rise. And again, darkness is just our shadows, whatever, and it's just going for us. It's going to keep getting more and more obvious until we face them and recognize it incorrect. But like it doesn't matter. That's what they're showing me though, is that like people's magic was suppressed, their sensitivity was suppressed, and it caused these like darker aspects that obviously are still a part of them, but they are coming out and they are running the show rather than just noticing them and integrating them and letting your magic or your light side shine again. If you feel so inclined, let out a sound, a sigh. I know it's weird, just do it if you feel called to. It's like what they're doing, as opposed to release, they're like transmuting that. Just transmuting that sort of darker expression, which again is a part of us. I used to be so scared to tap into my sensitive, softer side because I was like, then I won't be like funny anymore. And like my aggressive harshness is part of what makes me funny. But it's like, there's room for all of these things to exist. We have so many parts of us. But like the parts that are quote unquote, it doesn't matter. They were just transmuting some energy that wanted to be transmuted. It needs to be transmuted in order for us to embody our highest expression. You're working with a lot of purple light right now, which is the ray of transmutation. Yeah, there's some sort of like purple garden fairy being here, and she's just so like gentle and sweet. Feeling very activated in my crown chakra. And also like right here and through my heart. Oh, now moving into my throat. Oh, ooh. Shh. Okay, it's feeling like actually what's in our throat is a a block. They were prepping the other areas with light. We're gonna remove the block, and it feels like it's they connected it with other areas that will like move into that once we remove it, that are more aligned with our highest expression. This feels like a block that was like we talked about, that was a result. It's like whatever they couldn't transmute, there's leftover stagnant energy that like is a result of us having to suppress sensitive, soft, sweet sides of us, or just authentic parts of us that for whatever reason we felt like we needed to suppress. Oosh, 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 oosh. This is the one that means like clarity and hush. So it feels like this is going to help us access the truest expression of ourselves. Just doing some balancing work. Oof, oof, oof. If you want to go ahead and take a deep breath in. Just hold it at the top. Right now I'm seeing our little selves, like our inner children, just looking at us in awe, like in wonder. They're like, whoa, what? Like, you know, they just like can't believe who we are. they're saying it'd be a really good idea to go do some grounding with these energies that we just shifted around, moved, and like brought in and anchored in. Go for a walk in a park, touch grass, whatever you do to ground. They're really pushing nature though, if possible for you. Okay, they're just throwing in some final, just like really high frequency, really beautiful, like strings of light that they're anchoring in. I'm gonna try this. If basically what I'm trying to say is put your hand out and just see if you can feel them. And by them, I don't really know who I mean. It's gonna be different. It's specific to everyone. See if you can feel anything on your hand. I think they just want to connect with you and like let you know that they're here and you're not alone. And they love you and they see you, and they think you're crushing it. I'm asking them to wrap up. If you want to go ahead and put your hand on your heart center, just feel how good it feels. Ooh, this energy is so soft and delicate in my hand. somehow soften delicate turned to kind and generous in my mind, but guys, can we please wrap up? Please wrap up. You could tell I'm starting to get antsy, cause I'm just a little girl. No, I'm a big girl, and my higher self takes up so much space, but still there's only so much sitting still one can do, and I wanna go play, and I wanna go play. Okay, seriously. Feels like this thing, our heart is just like rising up. It's just like by that, what I was gonna do is just like but then I don't know, it's hoa season, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, it feels like our heart is going to, it's now free to rise up and be expressed through these other chakra centers and be connected to these other chakra centers, which is just gonna make us pop off, you know? Please do that too. This is a big carrying. They're carrying something. It's almost like that's acting as a, I thought they were saying going forward, our heart, it feels like they're saying, no, literally we need to move energy from the heart space up into these other ones. And the best way to do that, or a good way to do that, is to allow it to travel via sound. It rides the wave of sound, okay? Sound is the ocean. No. Yes. Sound is the wave in the ocean that allows the energy is the surfboard. You guys, I'm like a kid in class. It's been way too long in class. I have to go. All right, so when they do that one thing, it means like, listen, please. And they tried to talk, but I couldn't hear. So then they tingled my heart space, and then they did a sign for big. It felt like they were saying, we love you guys big. Now they're saying communion, which means that all of our chakra centers are, we could be done with it. They did work on them to balance them all out and connect them all in a way that will allow them optimize their ability to work together in perfect synergy as one, aka in communion. Okay, and they've been unified into one field. I forget that's probably the work they're doing at the end. Oh, no. Shh. Guys, this has got to be a mudra, right? What's this one? No, final balancing. Feels like we could be done, right? Okay, we're gonna be done because they did final balancing basically. So that was a lot of fun. I had a bloody good time, right, guys? And no offense to my Australian friends, okay? Kayla, please stop. Yeah, this is way too long. Okay. If you guys, seriously, for real, I think the best way to contact me is to go over to my Instagram, Light Body by Kayla. And, but what if I change the name? Should I think about doing like every day my life? Then just leave a comment here. Okay, guys? I don't know how YouTube works. Can you DM? Whatever, I'll look into it. Contact me in some way. You could go to my Instagram, Life Body by Kayla, and DM me to set up a one-on-one session. All right? Should probably do this now before I get really in high demand. Okay? Because it's going to happen at some point. So, yeah. Call me.